When walking through the old part of Orcheta, we will immediately be aware that the village still conserves traditional inland Mediterranean architecture. The layout and architecture of the village have barely changed over history. The center of the village is the square Plaza del Doctor Vicente Lino Ferrandiz, which is where the locals meet, where the children play, and where we find some of the most important buildings in the village, such as the old town hall, La Casa Consistorial, the old palace of the commander, and the church. The old palace is probably one of the most curious buildings in the village. From the Middle Ages till modern times, it served as residence for the commanders and lords of Orcheta of the military order of Santiago. The storage areas, constructed with masonry arches, were also used as dark, gloomy dungeons for a period of time. Some of the prisoners left inscriptions on the walls, which today remain as evidence and are of great historical value, dating back to around the 17th and 18th century. Today, the palace has been renovated and serves as a beautiful and pleasant rural accommodation, where the inscriptions are the only reminder of a dark past. The church, Iglesia Parroquial, is the most important example of religious architecture found in the village. It is a solid building in neoclassical style and with one central nave, constructed during the reign of Carlos II between 1759 and 1761. The church and the main altar is dedicated to Saint Jaime Apostol, proof of the overwhelming influence of the military order of Santiago on the village. The altars in the transept are dedicated to the patron saints of the village, Saint Tomás de Villanueva, who was the Archbishop of Valencia, and Saint Nazario, a martyr from Milan. The proud bell tower is freestanding and is situated next to the church. It was restored in 1954 after its destruction caused by lightning. The most important hermitage in the municipality is without doubt the Ermita de Santo Tomás, or the St. Thomas Hermitage. It is situated on top of a small hill in the western part of the village and next to the present cemetery. This place is also the final milestone in the traditional religious procession, taking place every year during the village fiestas. Another public place of great ethnographic value is the old public laundry. It is basically a large rectangular water container covered by a roof. The water is supplied by the main irrigation channel running through the town. For a long time, the public laundry was reserved exclusively for the women of the village, and this converted the place in the daily meeting place for them. Nowadays, the public laundry is obsolete. However, it is still an important meeting point for the villagers. On the other side of the southeastern part, and forming one of the corners of the public laundry, we find Font dels Banyets, the only surviving fountain of the many that used to exist in a bygone era. By far one of the most interesting aspects of the Orcheta architectural heritage is the traditional house. The house, its shape, its layout and construction materials used are all evidence of the lifestyle that shaped the culture and the history of this village. The houses in Orcheta have variable dimensions, however the verticality in the facades is predominant. The typical facade is symmetrical, geometrically pure with uniform openings. The entrance is always centered and the windows are large, normally with a small balcony protected by beautiful decorated rejas, bars. The overall aspect is of colorful masonry and plaster, with colors such as ochre, red ochre, blue and white prevailing. The window surroundings are almost invariably white, but from time to time are decorated with plaster moldings. The cornice is usually decorated with Arabic tiles, painted with beautiful geometric motifs. Apart from conserving its architectural heritage, Orcheta has recently increased its building activities to meet the increasing demand for infrastructure and to create a variety of modern installations and provide high-quality services. The social and cultural center, La Fábrica, is an example of these new constructions. It is a center for cultural and social diffusion, equipped with a library and an IT center, with free access to internet. Another example is the sports center, with several ball game courts, swimming pool and fitness center, as well as the various green areas and playgrounds. So we recommend that you don't lose the opportunity to enjoy a pleasant walk in the charming and picturesque streets of Orcheta. Orcheta, in the heart of the valley.